Hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today we're going to talk about successful people use milestones to help them achieve their goals. You know, I love watching successful people because we can learn so much from them. And one trait of highly successful people is that they use milestones to help them achieve their goals. So successful people don't set goals like you would typically imagine. I mean, most people tend to come up with a goal that they want to achieve and they just put that out there and then they just work towards it, right? Without any other thoughts in mind. They just focus on that end goal and go for it, right? They don't, they only focus on that goal. And so you might think that it's good to just focus on your goal, but the problem is you can get lost along the way. Instead, what you want to do is you want to set milestones along the way so that um, so that you know where you're going. That's what successful people do. And so the path that you take from where you are now to your goal that you want to achieve, it might be simple, but it also could be complicated, right? While you might think you're steadily working towards a goal, you might actually be working backwards or maybe working inefficiently, or maybe you're doing something that's making it take longer for you to actually reach your goal. Hi, Maria. Good to see you. Thanks for being here today. So by using milestones, you're able to keep yourself on track and focus towards one goal. And what you want to do is you want to come up with a goal, but then come up with a plan as to how you're going to get from point A to point B to point C, right? And then soon you're going to realize that it might not be as simple as you once imagined, but it's still possible because when you work towards your goal, one milestone at a time, that's how you get there. Right? You've heard that saying, how do you eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. Well, it's the same thing. So for me, my ultimate goal with Avon is to get to the top level of platinum executive leader. That's my end game, my ultimate goal. And there's 8 ranks between where I am now and platinum executive leader. And so I only concern myself right now with what do I need to do to get to the next rank. Once I achieve that, I will concern myself with getting to the next rank from there, and so on, right? Another example, hi Marcia, good to see you. So another example is right now Avon's offering a trip incentive for an all-inclusive vacation to Hawaii, right? And when I work with my team, and I've done this for myself too, but I recently did a training with my team, and what I did was I helped them figure out how much they need to sell to earn the trip, because it's different for everybody, right? It's based on sales increase. And then we break that down into how much money they need to sell every month, and then every week, and even every day. And we also break it down into what's an average order and how many average orders would it take to get to that sale, right? And so it's like, okay, so it's so easy to know day by day whether you're on track, right? So they know they need 2 orders a day or $50 in sales a day or whatever that is for them, right? And then they can log that on their calendar, or they can create a paper, with squares on it, and they can log every day that they got their 2 orders, or every day that they got their $50 in sales, or maybe today they got $40 in sales. So they know exactly where they stand. And so if they didn't do as much today, then tomorrow they can kind of try to make up for it, or over the next couple of days. Yes, Marcia, you're absolutely right. One step at a time. That's how you get there, right? And so, maybe you have a goal to earn a better salary in your job. I mean, that's a pretty broad goal, right? And there's tons of ways of getting there, tons of ways of doing that. But you'd easily get lost in all different kinds of things in order to reach that goal without setting out a plan and setting out milestones to get there. So instead, maybe you could plan it out so that you would know exactly what to look for and when to do it, right? You might have that first step be something like looking for a new job with that offers potential more money, right? Or one that you can promote faster in, right? Maybe you'd want to start with the application process for that new job, and then after securing that job, you'd quit your current job, and then you'd get busy to move, working to move to the next higher up position within that job, right? From where you started, and this can continue on and on until you're satisfied with where you are. But see, as you can see, there's a lot more that goes into something than just moving there. You have to have a plan. Right? There's tons of ways to go about reaching your goals, but you need to know which ways you're taking. You need to know what the next step is. And so that's what's so great about milestones, because they do lots of things for you, The first one is intrinsic motivation. So our real drive comes from intrinsic motivation. That's something internal, right? That's our internal motivation. That's what intrinsic means. So that's really where our real drive comes from. It's knowing that we've accomplished something great and seeing the results of our hard work. So breaking down larger goals and celebrating each milestone as it's complete, it can be a great source of motivation to continue to climb up that mountain towards achieving your ultimate goal. Also, milestones filter out negative distractions. So oftentimes along our journey, towards reaching our goals, as time goes by, there can be many changes to our circumstances. And we might even lose sight of why we're working towards our particular goal in the first place. So milestones can be a great way to keep us on track and filter out any negative influences that might be deterring us from our goal path. Short-term identifiable milestones can help remind us of why we're doing what we do, and they can reiterate the importance of the path that we're on. Another amazing thing about milestones, and this is really critical, is that they banish overwhelm. So, it's so easy to get overwhelmed when you have this big, scary goal set out in front of you, right? But it can make you feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew. And before you know it, you're drowning in that overwhelm. And so milestones help you take your focus off that big mountain. And instead, it allows you to focus on smaller, more doable goal points. And so achieving these milestones enables you to grow in self-confidence, and it banishes that feeling of quitting. It banishes that feeling of, oh my gosh, that's so big. There's no way I'll ever get there, right? So by eliminating that overwhelm, you can remain focused and level-headed about achieving your goals. And then just like Marcia says, you're taking one step at a time. You're not worried about the end result so much as you're just this step and then this step and then this step, right? And then milestones help you measure your progress. So another way to view progress is to see it as results, right? So one of the greatest indicators of success is to look back on where you started and to see just how far you've come. So this progress is a major motivator to continue your path towards achieving your goals. So if you can see that, how far you've come, that's pretty amazing. You're like, whoa, it felt like hard along the way, but now when I look back, it's like, wow, right? And then milestones foster personal accountability. Along with measuring your progress, milestones can also indicate which areas of the plan need more focus and attention. So this personal accountability creates a discipline in your methods and your process, which allow you to grow as a leader and a business owner. And it's just like I said, if you're like you're working on this incentive or whatever, and you know that you need to sell $50 a day or 2 customers a day or whatever that is, and you write that down, and it makes you accountable. And it's so easy to say, I didn't make it today, but I can look at it and go, well, tomorrow I can increase it more to make up for that, right? And Marcia says, remember to celebrate your successes, whether it be small or big. Absolutely, yeah. Oftentimes we struggle with accountability in critical areas of our lives. And so creating and practicing accountability with smaller, more manageable milestones can enable you to build healthy habits that will carry you through the larger areas of your life. And then milestones allow for learning and reevaluating. That's really what it's all about, right? So business and life is all about learning and growing and evolving. And when dealing with life plans and business goals, we're often faced with challenging changes that can severely alter the course of our goal-setting plans. So we need to embrace flexibility and allow for a time of reevaluation to take place. Even if that's daily, looking at our numbers, okay, we had 2 customers today, awesome, right? So many times our visions change, and we need to let go of certain goals in order to find a new course or a new path for our business to flourish and grow. And that's where milestones can really help you reflect and reevaluate where necessary. Then, you're on the path, or maybe you've veered off a little bit, and when you're reevaluating, you can get back on the path. Everybody has to do that. Even if you're flying a plane and you put in the destination you're going to, you're going from New York City to Hawaii, the pilot doesn't just put Hawaii in and forget about it. He has to constantly monitor every little milestone. Okay, we hit this part. We're off a little bit here. Let's get back on track. That's how it is, right? And so seriously, by putting milestones into effect and using them, it can help you achieve your goals. So, hey, now I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on milestones? How do you use them in your business or your job or in your personal life? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments. I would love to hear your stories. Thank you, Maria and Marcia, for being live with me today, and anyone else who might be live who just hasn't commented, and anyone who's watching the replay. I appreciate you. So go out there and have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.